Alright YouTube, in this video I'm going to give you an overview of the Aranyik company product line of machetes. This is my current collection of Aranyik machetes, and when I say collection, I also use these, okay? I've personally tested all of these, I've reviewed many of them. I've found that Aranyik machetes are just altogether superior to the cheaper machetes, let's say the $10 to $20 light machetes you might find at Walmart. These machetes right here are far superior. These are going to last a lot longer, and they're just great tools. All right, let me go through the names of each of these machetes you see before you. Oh, and I am doing this outside, obviously better light, so please excuse any noises you might hear in the background. All right, to the right is the E-Nep Machete. That is the largest size they have, I believe, currently. You can see very similar to a kukri, but with a clip point. Very strong chopper. Next to that is what's called a Pra style machete, kind of a sickle, but with a wide head for digging as well. Next to that is a Narong. Next to that, very similar, it's a Dao Pattern Pole Machete. It's basically a little bit longer than that Narong. Next to that is a classic Latin design, Latin pattern machete, 27-inch Latin machete. Great reach on that. Next to that is their saber machete. It can also be attached to a pole, as that one is. Right. Next to that is what they call the Unbreakable Machete, and I have tested it, I have reviewed it, it does live up to its name. And next to that, it's basically a pruning and fruit harvesting hook, right, that is attached to a pole. Now these machetes are all hand forged in Thailand, and these patterns are time tested. They have evolved through the decades as survival tools in the jungle. These types of machetes are actually used by farmers in villages every day. They are efficient if you know how to use them. The prices on these are very reasonable, generally between, let's say, $30 and $60. All of these are made from high carbon steel, mostly like 5160 spring steel. The edges on these are all done by hand. These are actually forged by an association of blacksmithing families in Thailand, and in that region it's considered basically the family honor. It's a point of family honor that when they make these machetes, they make the best possible machete. It's kind of like a Japanese swordsmith, okay? Their family name is associated with these machetes, and the skills to make these are passed down from father to son. These are heat treated, all right? They are hand forged, heat treated, and the edges are done by hand, and I can vouch that they're razor sharp. All right, there you see the E-Nep. I have reviewed that. If you're interested, just check out my review of the E-Nep. The Pra Pole Machete. That is a custom wrap that I had them do for me. I will review that machete in the future in the field. The Narong Machete, I will also be reviewing that in the future. Alright, the pole machete, the Dao Pattern Pole Machete. That will perform like an axe, but because obviously the edge length is far longer than an axe, it's an axe, but it's also more flexible. And there you see the Latin machete, the saber machete. My favorite machete of all is what they call the Unbreakable Machete. And I've reviewed that. Just check that out and you'll see why. Here's a closer look at that E-Nep. That is a eucalyptus wood. And one of the best things about these machetes are the incredible durability of the edge and the sharpness. Hand done edge. I'm also a big fan of Condor machetes, but I have to say, this edge, I like this edge better than the edge on my Condors. Here you see the Pra type machete. As you can see, It's very similar to what we would know as a sickle in the West, but it has a lot of special tricks to it. You'll see that in the full review, but for now, just give you a look at it. Very impressive, custom wrap, and you can see the reach of this. You can imagine, I mean, this will take down grass no problem, high limbs. It can also dig, but yeah, the review of this, it's upcoming. And here is the Dao Pattern Pole Machete. You know, it comes with a wood pole, which I have wrapped. You know, imagine the reach and the power on the swing with that wooden pole. But you can also just take it off and use it as a hand machete. Fearsome tip. I've done a cutting demo with this. It can cut a water jug like a katana, right out of the box. And even as a martial arts weapon, this thing, let's just say it can do some amazing stuff. And here is the little brother. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, this is called a Narong. It is slightly shorter than the other Dao machete. And again, it has the edge hand done, very sharp out of the box. And this size of pole machete, super handy because you can choke up and just use it like a hand machete. You can choke way down and get a powerful swing like a camp axe. Here is a close-up of their traditional Latin pattern machete, but the difference is that this is a lot thicker. It's not flexible. I mean, it's more like a sword. This is just heavy duty, but the same successful pattern that's been used South America, Central America. Awesome edge on this, very durable. I mean, look at the reach you get on this. I mean, this will clear a trail like nothing, and it's actually heavy enough to use as a light camp axe as well. Handle, wood handle, full tang, obviously. I've put a paracord lanyard on this just for even stronger chops. And this is just, you know, it's a great design and very well made. Alright, this machete is their Saber machete. It's one of their more lightweight machetes, specifically for trail clearing. And it also has the hilt tang, which allows it to be mounted on a pole, which I have done. I can't show you the whole thing because this is a 5 foot length of rebar actually. But I have done a full review of this, and I've also done a review of the pole arm that I made with it. But I mean, that's, you know, this is like a gigantic, it'll cut like a gigantic razor blade, believe me. Alright, this machete is sold as their Unbreakable Machete. And you see I put a little wrap, and I put this just for safety and better grip. See the edge on it. This is my favorite Aranyik machete of all. Excuse the noise. It's an ultra heavy machete. I've done a full review of it with some chopping. It just annihilated just small saplings, one chop and they're gone. This can be used as a camp axe or like a kukri. All right, so it's a machete, but it's basically like a camp axe, but with 2 or 3 times the edge length. And of course it has the full metal, you know, forged hilt tang. So if you did want to mount this on a pole, you can get high branches, whatever you need to do. It's a flexible tool. Alright, you might wonder what this is. This is, it's kind of like a hook sickle. This part is sharpened as well. You can use this to basically harvest fruit. You can mount this. I have it mounted on a rebar shaft for, you know, anti-zombie work. But you can mount this on just a lightweight PVC shaft. And basically it allows you to harvest fruit, you know, longer than you can reach. You can push with that part to cut the fruit, and obviously you can hook the stems with that. And also, you know, it has other applications as well. And it's removable. I didn't fix it permanently to the rebar shaft yet, but You can use it as just a hand tool, digging tool, scraping, whatever, or you could mount it on any length you want. Harvest fruit, many other uses. It's a useful tool. All right, YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Aranyik product line. I have reviewed many of these, so just check those out. And finally, I want to direct you to a channel, the Aranyik Hawaii channel. They have some videos, and I have to confess, like for some of these, for example, the Pra Machete, the sickle-looking machete on the pole, I had no idea how to use that machete because I didn't grow up in any sort of jungle environment. I just watched like a 7-minute video, and I learned a tremendous amount of basically jungle survival skills. He goes out into the jungle in Hawaii and shows you exactly how to use these different machetes. So if you're interested in outdoor wilderness, jungle survival, you will definitely want to subscribe to that channel. All right, so I am going to include a link in the text box. Click on that link and click subscribe because my friend Miles, who runs the Hawaii Aranyik store, which is the store on Amazon that you can order these from, like I said, the prices, I mean, you know, $35, $45 a lot of these, and they're like, I mean, they're far better than that freaking SOG machete that I've heard 5 people have told me that their Sogzilla machete broke, and they all broke in the same place. Okay, that's not going to happen with these machetes. It's high carbon spring steel and it's thick. All right, and the Aranyik channel, you know, he started off with just like a few videos of the factory and everything, but he started making outdoor machete use videos that are as good or better as the best blade reviewers. So I definitely think if you enjoy my channel, let me put it this way, you're definitely going to enjoy his channel. Yeah, so check that out. If you're interested, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. You know, if you have yard work, outdoor work, camping, and you want machetes that are better than the freaking Walmart special or the Harbor Freight machete, this is definitely what you want to learn about and get into. All right, stay tuned for many more videos. I'm out.